gold, flags, black, no driving age, custom setup, damage off. We're ready to rock and roll. Anyways, we're going to get Daytona out of the way first. I am going to get my broadcast started, and then
everybody send me a couple invites. I'm going to get that the broadcast booth started. The winners of Daytona and Talladega will be invited to the booth after the race. All right. We're getting everything set up here, fellas. Ladies and gentlemen. Bear with me. I've got a little bit of a sore throat tonight. But we will be doing Daytona and Talladega, week number 2, race number 3 and 4. We start at Daytona. We finish at Talladega. After 2 races, we have 2 different winners, Lynch and Marlboro. Lynch is the points leader. He's got 98 points out there in the lead. Marlboro in second. Wi-Fi in third. Bull Hurley fourth. Canrod fifth. Slab sixth. Yonkers seventh. Millwright eighth. Cali Blunt's ninth. Hurricane Hall 10th. Johnny, Huckleberry, and Ty Scott. They all missed week 1, so they will be in the back of the pack. Let's get into Kenrod, will be who I am watching tonight. All right, and so far it looks like they got 9 drivers tonight. They'll be racing under the lights, the Coca-Cola 400 at Daytona, 21 laps with stages. You can have Kenrod starting from the pole, Huckleberry second, Jay Lynch third, Millwright fourth, Bull Hurley fifth, Ty Scott sixth, Cali Blunt seventh, Yonkers eighth, Wi-Fi ninth, and Johnny B will be 10th. Johnny B is actually filling in tonight. We'll have 2 fill-in drivers. Johnny B will be filling in at Daytona for Slabs Incorporated. And Ty Scott will be filling in for Marlboro. So we got 2 fill-in drivers tonight. They are counting down, so we're about to be heading into the race. Looks like they've almost got it in. Let's go to our notifications. And we are able to join. All right, here we go. All right. We're a little bit behind. Looks like they're about to drop the green flag with Kenrod on the pole. We're almost in. We are in. Here we go. Boogity, boogity, boogity. It's going to be the perfect amount of cars. Looks like we're going to have 10 cars here at Daytona tonight. You got 5 on the top, 5 on the bottom, with Kenrod pulling that bottom lane out to the early lead. Got Johnny B in the back there. He's the first one from the top lane to drop to the back, giving the bottom lane 6 cars versus 4. But look at that power in that number 12 Mustang as he pulls that top line and rarely competitive there with only 4 of them up in the top. A little bit of squirreliness in the middle of the pack there, starting with that 3 car. Daytona's a little tricky. You touch that little yellow line and it's slick. It'll push you right up that track. That top lane is looking impressive to start this out. 1 full lap, side-by-side action. Looks like that 42 McDonald's car with the relief driver of Johnny B is finally going to commit to that top line, giving them 5 cars, and I can't believe it. Wi-Fi in the 12 is going to do it. He's going to pull Millwright and number 4 of Ty Scott up, but they can't all clear him yet. He is not bailing. That's good racing right there. That 12 car says, no way, I'm going to pull this whole top line up. But Yonkers in the 53 pink car back there, looks like he had some sort of an issue. He lost him up there in the top, and that is going to screw over that top lane. As you just see now, with only 3 instead of 4 or 5, even with all that power that Wi-Fi has, there was nothing he could do. But he does do a lot right there. Just by pulling the 5 car back down the straightaway, he keeps that top line competitive. And we're coming now here to side by side this whole race so far. Very exciting. Under the lights at Daytona. Listen to them scream on by. Good shot down the straightaway here. Jay Lynch looking like he was thinking about making a move. Callie Blunts will be the one to make the move. He's going to try to pull the top line up. He's got 3, 4, and then another pack of 3 in the back there, with Wi-Fi leading that second group. This top line really does seem to be working out pretty good today so far. And I was actually wrong. That the 2 car is Wi-Fi. I was wrong earlier when I was saying it was that 12 Mustang. That 12 Mustang was Huckabuck. Missed last week, and he come out starting out strong on the high line early today. Kenrod, Lynch, Bull Hurley, Yonkers, and Callie Blunts. These are top 5 with Bull Hurley making a run to the high side with Yonkers on his bumper. Ooh, he comes down to try to do a little side drafting, but there is actually contact made. And that's it. That's the end of stage 1. That was the race to the line there. End of stage 1. Your stage winner will be Kenrod, getting all them bonus points. Bull Hurley in 2nd, Jay Lynch in 3rd, Yonkers in 4th, Huckleberry 5th, Millwright 6th, Callie Blunts 7th, Wi-Fi 8th, Ty Scott 9th, and Johnny B rounding out your top 10. This will be interesting. This is where the strategy will come into play. You know, these guys are... tires is not a big a deal at the super speedways as it is at the all tracks. So 2 tires is probably a call I would make here. I'd put on just rights at Daytona. And I think they all did, because I know Kenrod did do 2 tires. We'll see. Some of them might have done 4 back there. We'll see how it plays out. This time you got Jay Lynch on the top line. He's going to try to see if we had stage 1. We had it basically side by side the whole race, and it looks like it's going to start out with Jay Lynch in that top lane doing pretty good, but we already had one of them in the back there bail. The Kenrod comes up a little bit in the middle lane there and makes some contact with Lynch and says, not today. Get out of... I don't want to be side by side. Screaming past us down here on the back stretch. One solid line. And this racing, it's meant for, we want to have good racing, we want to have side by side racing. We don't really want to have follow the leader which those longer races here in this game sometimes seem to always be that way. And so we do 13%er with stages, and little contact there as Huckleberry muscles his way on the inside of Ken Rod, pushing Ken Rod to the high line. Bull Hurley's going to come up, try to save the day for Ken Rod. Very interesting choice by Bull Hurley there. And you seen the 12 car got a little nervous with nobody on his bumper. He tried to come up, take a little of the air away, and it seemed to have worked. But Ken Rod in that top line is going to have good momentum down this straightaway. Very good momentum. I don't know if they're all going to clear it, but they're close. Bottom line's coming up, trying to get air off that final car. And that's it. Callie Blunt's going to be the first one to bail on that bottom lane. That's going to hurt the bottom lane now. Unless they all clear it, this is then going to leave Callie Blunt's. Now Callie Blunt's is the one to get... Really, he got double screwed there as the 14 made a little bit of contact with his car. And man, that is just a bummer because Callie Blunt's last week was just in the wrong place at the wrong time, getting lagged. Cars lagging in front of him damn near every stage last week, and he needed to have a good run in today. We have 3 laps to go left in stage number 2. But Callie Blunt's did not lose the draft. It looks like he's still out there in front of Yonkers in 9th place right now, so we'll see what happens. Huckleberry, nobody on his bumper. He chose to go make a move, and that move is going to cost him, as he's now on the high line with no friends. Looks like Callie Blunt's wants to be his friend. Come up on his bumper there. But as you've seen that move, when you make a run like that on the high line, in the middle of the turn like that with nobody on your bumper, it's going to cost you. And it did right there. 2 to go in stage number 2. So they'll be coming back here to the white flag. Are they going to... Is Ken Rod going to lead in both stages? Going to win stage 1 and 2? We shall see. Jay Lynch to the inside to make a move on Bull Hurley. Bull sees it. He doesn't block it. And this is really going to hurt Bull as the rest of the field comes down now. He is going to maybe go from 2nd to 10th unless he can find a quick hole to squeeze in, but I don't think he's going to be able to do that. Now what will Lynch do? Last week, Ken Rod was the one on his bumper, pushing Lynch to his 2nd win in the Antwolf series, and will he just be content to run 2nd, or will he try to make a move? Will it be P3? I could see the 3rd place guy trying to do something here. If he's going to do something, he's going to need to do it out of turn 4, and he is. The 4 car looks like he's... Oh, but at the same time, he starts backing up. The 2 car of Wi-Fi makes a run, and his run is going to stall out because he just seemed to pull away from Johnny B in that 42 McDonald's car right there. And I think it's too little too late. I don't think anybody's going to be able to do anything for Ken Rod now, as Jay Lynch seems content to push in his friend to the stage win and just staying safe, collecting his 9 points. He is our points leader, Jay Lynch. So, hey, 2nd place, not too bad. 9 points in the stage, and move on to the stage 3. See if he can't win the race. But right now, it's Ken Rod leading, winning both stages, stages 1 and 2. Your top 10 will be Ken Rod, Lynch, Ty Scott, Millwright, Johnny B, Yonkers, Callie Blunt's, Huckleberry, Wi-Fi, and Bull Hurley. And I don't know what just happened, but that is not good. That is not a good sign. It does look like Ken Rod is going to get screwed. I am watching Ken Rod. He is my reference point. And something happened. He is now out of the race. There's going to be a 9-car race. I've lost all communication, so I will not know lap time, laps, or the running order. That is bad news. But it will be Lynch now taking the lead over. Trying to find something here. See if I can't figure out what went wrong with Ken Rod. do not know what happened. Either he lost power or something went on. But here we go. It's time to just move forward with this race. Jay Lynch, single file line here. I think it's 7 laps in the stage, so we might have 6 to go. I'm not sure. We're gonna watch this one blind now. That is unfortunate. Looks like Callie Blunt's in P4 is gonna be the guy to kind of drop back. He's got 6 cars in that pack versus 3. Lynch is trying to move up, make him go as high as they can, and it looked like Callie got into the bumper of Millwright, which just totally killed that entire run. Ended up hurting the 42 McDonald's car there, as you see him drop to the back in 9th. Top 3 cars, you got Lynch, Wi-Fi, and our runner-up in last season's points, Millwright. Hopefully those 3 guys are communicating well with each other. Telling Lynch where to go. He seems to be going left, right, left, right. And Callie with a big run, but unfortunately it was such a run that he did not have the rest of the pack on his bumper. And that'll end up killing that entire run. And it will ultimately put him back in 8th. Now it looks like the top 4 cars are content. Looks like Ty Scott, who is a fill-in driver tonight for Marlboro's Finest, our 2nd place in points guy. Looks like he's content to just sitting there in 4th. Yonkers had a good little run there, but he stayed with that run. Who will be the one to say, I want this win? Well, yeah, ooh. Didn't have a great view of it, but it looked like that was a close call for the 4 and the 14. Meantime, I'm also trying to message Kenrod. Looks like it did kick him off. I think he's going to be back for the next race, hopefully. But I have no idea. It's either this could, hey, every lap could be the last lap. Just know that. I think they're coming. It's getting close. I'm thinking there's at least 2 to go here. I think they might be coming to the white flag, but this could be the last lap. Looks like Yonkers is going to be the guy to have a big run coming. Got the 12 on his bumper, but he doesn't, looks like he just wants to maintain that, doesn't really want to make the move yet. Drops it back even further now. It'll be a pack of 5 cars versus a pack of 4. Ty Scott, he's usually content to just stay with, love the ones you're with. If he's in 4th, he'll stay in, he'll stay with that pack. Yonkers makes a huge run, but as you see, he's all by himself. So we know what that's going to do, and that's going to end up, with him hitting the yellow there, that's going to end up killing that entire 2nd pack. Hucklebuck will clear him, though, so Hucklebuck now will have the chance to be the one to make a run. Hopefully this time those boys can stay connected and get us side by side to the line here. This could be, if this isn't it, then they're coming to the white flag. Big run by Huckleberry. Man, he's got that Ford Mustang looking good. This is it. This is potentially the white flag. Lynch comes up a little bit into the 12's lane a little bit. There is contact. They've now got it under control. A little bit more contact. These guys are bumping. They're beating. It's at 200 miles an hour. It's going to be interesting. He's going to try to make the move. I think this is it too. I think they're racing to the line the way these guys are hitting each other. Down, it's going to be Jay Lynch. Jay Lynch has got it. And that was Jay Lynch with the win. Yonkers in second. Millwright in third. The 2 car in fourth. 4 car in fifth. The 12 car in sixth. And so on. Good win by Jay Lynch. All right. Good race. Let's see if Kenrod is back. Yep, Kenrod is back. We're going to try to join this lobby here. Get ourselves a picture of the points, because in addition to, there we go, in addition to broadcasting, I'm also the points keeper for the league. So Jay Lynch will extend his lead big time in the points. Big time. That's a 10-point lead so far going in to the Talladega race.
Options button, the start button. You got it. No, you unpaused it. There you go. Let me see where the fuck Slabs is and see what he's saying. Well, at least I got 2 first place finishes in the damn first 2 stages, and last place points in the damn other one, so at least I didn't get absolutely killed for one.
Yep. So Kenrod will have gotten 40. Kenrod will have gotten 48 points in that stage, so that's not too bad. All right, looks like they're heading to Talladega. All right, and Kenrod is back, so we will actually know things this time. As that was difficult to do without Kenrod. Does look like Slabs will miss Talladega, unfortunately. They are off. They just started. We're going to be about a second or two late. I am watching from Ken Rod's view. 6 laps in stage number 1. And here we go. 9 cars in the field. Oh, we got disconnected. Not good. Let's try to rejoin that. Bear with me, folks. Broadcast booth has had an internet issue or something. I don't know what that was. I think I might have hit the wrong button. Connecting to network. All right, here we go. Let's go back into it. They are on lap number 2. I did. I hit the exit button. That's what I did. But as soon as we get some views here, it does look like they're side by side right now too. I'm watching from the in-car camera of Ken Rod. Got 2 lanes. The high line looks like it's got 5 cars versus the bottom line, which got 4. Here we go. Huckleberry in the lead with Callie Blunt's leading that line on the top. 5 on top, 4 on bottom. Let's see, it's going to be, can the top line stay connected and be smooth with it? If they can, they should have enough cars to go to the front. But for whatever reason, doesn't look like they're up. Oh, they ain't giving up. And when you look at that, what I like to see there is, if I was leading in the Cali Blunts, I'd feel confident, because when you got Ken Rod in the back of the pack, he isn't going to do anything selfish. He's going to stay there. He's going to try to run that line to the front, try to keep good racing going. It just does not seem like they could get the job done, even though they had more cars. That's surprising to me, especially as good as the top line ran at Talladega or Daytona. And usually Talladega's a little bit better. It looks like Bull Hurley and somebody made a little bit of contact. And this is going to hurt. Those 4 cars are out to a pretty good lead there. If those back 5 can't get together fast enough, they're going to run out of time, as we're already coming to lap number 5 of 6. When they cross the line, there'll be 2 to go. Huckleberry in the lead. It looks like he's led every lap so far of Talladega Stage 1. You got Yonkers in 2nd, Millwright in 3rd, and Ty Scott running in 4th. He's been 4th a lot in both races tonight, just sitting there right in the middle. But as you see, that second pack did catch back up to him. They go to the top line. It was not smooth, as they all didn't make it up there together, but still, that run that Cali Blunts had was a pretty good run. 12 car tries to go up, tries to side draft him, and I think he got him a little bit, but it wasn't enough to kill that entire momentum. And right here, it looks like, I don't know if they're all going to clear him, but here they go, as Ken Rod is the last car in line on the top there. Bottom line is staying strong. As I predicted, Ken Rod will not bail. He is still there in the top line, trying to work as hard as he can to make sure all 5 of those guys go in, from the back 5 to the front 5. But Bull Hurley, he says, you know what? I'm going to try to go get me a win. I want the stage points. He makes it down at the bottom, and I believe there's some contact there. That was definitely contact, as Hucklebuck has now found himself squished in the middle there. White flag in the air up stage 1. More contact with Huckleberry. Oh, that was it. I was wrong. These stages just go by too fast. That was the run to the line there. The winner of stage 1, Callie Blunts, and he needed it. Bull Hurley in second, Wi-Fi in third, Yonkers in fourth, Huckleberry fifth, Millwright sixth, Ty Scott seventh, Jay Lynch eighth, and Kenrod ninth. And that makes a little bit more sense why Bull made that move down at the bottom. He was clear, and he said, you know what, I'm going to go for it. And if he had had a little bit more help, he might have got that. But good run, good stage win for Callie Blunts. He needed it. Now we're riding on board. Ty Scott will lead him to stage number 2 as he did not pit. But he doesn't need to. He's got enough fuel. Tires are not that big of a deal at Talladega. I think this could pay off. Be a good move. And with only 9 cars, though, it's really tough for this top lane because it starts with 5 on the bottom, 4 on top. And it's going to be really tough all night for that top lane to get something going on the start of these stages. Even with a car as fast as Wi-Fi leading the way. You got Wi-Fi, Kenrod, and Callie Blunts. Back 3 cars there. They're going to slide on in. Go get him, Ty Scott. We know Marlboro's finest will be rooting him on as he's replacing Marlboro. Marlboro had to work today, unfortunately, and he had to miss this event. Ty Scott said, hey, I will fill in for a friend. I will help out the number 4 Busch Light Ford Mustang of Marlboro's finest. You know what? And I'm not in the same chat as them slabs, so I did send messages to Kenrod, but I don't think he's I don't think he's seen them. That looks like we had our first lag right there. That did look like a lag. But yeah, I think what a bummer. Because up here in the booth, we were looking forward to watching Slabs, as he's one of those drivers that always makes moves and makes these races fun and exciting. Unfortunately, too, Johnny wasn't able to fill in for the second race, so that'll really hurt you in points. Big run, here we go. We got some excitement. We got 3 wide at Talladega now. Top lane's got 4 cars hooked up with the momentum. And I think they're going to have enough to clear them. I do think it. All 4 of those guys are going to come from the back 4 to the front 4. What a good execution by those 4 drivers, led by Wi-Fi. Trying to get to the front there. A little bit better view. I can see more stuff from this view. Good. Do it. Do it, do it, do it. All right, now the front 4 is going to be watching to see. It'll be Hucklebuck leading that second pack of 5 cars. Can they do the same thing the other guys do? Huck makes it to the high line, but he does it with nobody on his bumper. He will now be hung out. This time he doesn't do too much side drafting. He just drops to the back. He made a run, it didn't work out, and now he's got to regroup and try to do it again. This time by at the line, they'll have 2 laps to go in stage number 2. Wi-Fi, Kenrod, Callie Blunts, Millwright, Bull Hurley are your top 5. I'd like to see Millwright make a run here. He's in a good spot, he's in P4. If you back it up and you execute it good, you should be able to win this stage, get you 10 good points. And he was our runner-up last season. He missed winning the championship by 1 point. So he knows better than any of them how important these stage points are. Riding on board with Kenrod He was hitting 219 at the end of the front straightaway. We'll watch here, see what he's doing on the back straightaways. He's on the bumper of Wi-Fi. Coming into the turn, 216, 217, 218, 18, 18. Yeah, he hit 218 heading into turn 3 there. A little bit of a delay, but yeah. All right, white flag, 1 lap to go in stage 2. All these drivers want it. Let's see which one wants it the most. Callie Blunt's in P3. I'm not going to be surprised if he's the guy to make a move. I will not be surprised at that. It's Callie, but he won't be. It will be Millwright. That'll be exciting. This is what I wanted to see. Will Millwright execute this properly? Looks like he needs the back cars to work with him here. He really does. He needs them all to go smooth. These guys are going to drop it to the bottom, I think, coming up here. They're going to drop to the bottom. He's going to come to the top, but it's not going to be smooth. All he's going to have is Bull Hurley on his bumper. Bull's going to try to make it 3 wide and gain a few points here. The 4 car out of nowhere at the line gets 2 extra spots there. What a move by Ty Scott coming to the line. That backpack just didn't seem to work together properly, and Ty Scott knew it. So did Bull. They knew it just wasn't going to work, and they abandoned that and decided to try to get everything they could. Winning stage 2 is Wi-Fi. Kenrod will be second. Oh no, I gotta wait a second here. Kenrod got a message, so I can't see. Callie Blunt's in 3rd. Ty Scott 4th. Bull Hurley 5th. Millwright 6th. Jay Lynch 7th. Yonkers 8th. And Huckleberry will take 9th spot. Looks like Kenrod is going to take no fuel and just right side tires only. And what else will be done here? I believe the top 2 guys didn't even pit. They didn't. Wi-Fi and Jay Lynch said, hey, we don't need nothing. We want track position. Unfortunately for Lynch, Wi-Fi did it too. So he's going to get stuck in 2nd place on the outside. And he's holding strong, but I think he's going to end up in the back. We shall see. But it was a risky gamble. He tried, and it's just not going to pay off for him. See, he needed Wi-Fi to pit, and that way he would have got 1st place, been at the bottom, and they'd have had to go around him, you know what I mean? And so now he's stuck in the back with bad tires. So it's just a double whammy. But, you know, I guess when you're the points leader like that too, like he is right now, you're going to take gambles. You're going to go for it, you know? He's not going to be a conservative one. He's going to go for it. We are in stage 3, the final stage of the final race for tonight. Wi-Fi leading. As we come to the line there, back there, it was 8 to go, 8 laps in this stage, 7.5 right now. They're all in a nice straight line. It's a big game of chess now. It's the final stage. As we've seen, if you make a move and it's the wrong move, you go from whatever spot you were to basically last. So when you make the move this time, you want to go for the checkmate. You want to make it work. Nice smooth line. I will say that. They're making it look easy. And it's not, as they are hitting speeds right now. Kenrod was 218 again, heading into turn 1. Pretty good speeds there. Looks like Yonkers, Lynch, Bull Hurley, and I believe Callie Blunt's are going to make a run here possibly. They are. 4 of them go to the top line, but the back 2 were not as connected as they needed to be, and it looked like something happened to Bull. He realized that, he bailed on that. Whew. Seven laps to go. top 5 cars have a breakaway, and the back 4 are going to try to make a run this time. Callie Blunt's leading the way. It's going to have to be a good run now. Those bottom 5 cars are hauling ass. That's what they're doing right now. Staying connected. They're content with where they are right now. I would say probably with about 2 to go, maybe even that last lap would be when those top 5 cars start deciding what they need to do to win the race, you know. We get to the line this time by, it'll be 4 to go. Ooh, a little bit of contact or something between Millwright and Huckleberry there. This time Huck will move back a little and leave 4 cars in the front. He'll make a move, but he hesitated, and it looked like he's going to try to back up again and make another run. Hopefully he doesn't stack it up too much. Hopefully he doesn't wait too long. Next time by will be 3 to go. The race is getting close. They got it now, but it looks like those front 2 cars pulled away from the back 3 cars, and they're going to stall out. They needed the other 3 cars on their bumper. Although, it looked like Yonkers is going to try to come up, but I don't know if it's going to be enough time there. 3 wide as Jay Lynch, with a monster run, makes it past that Callie Blunt's row, but that's where he'll stall out. He'll get up beside the 12 car. It'll stall out. These drivers are starting to not leave the door open anymore. They're not going to let up for another guy anymore. They're starting to race a little bit more ruthless. As we come to the next time by will be 2 to go. So this is going to start heating up now. Looks like that top 4 of Wi-Fi, Kenrod. Who is that there? That's the number 4 car of Ty Scott and Millwright. Those top 4 cars have a big breakaway. That second lane will be led by Callie Blunt. All right. He's one of those guys that when he's leading that second pack, you know when he gets there, something's going to happen. And he's also usually good enough to make sure that people stay on his bumper. Let's hope. Ooh, something happened there. This is going to make it weird. The bottom lane, the front 4 cars did not do what they needed to do there. They allowed those back 5 cars to get connected faster, sooner, and with a run. But wow, the power that Wi-Fi had there. Excuse me, my throat's really acting up right now. White flag in the air. I know this will be 1 lap. I don't know. I think this is Wi-Fi's race. And if he wins tonight, he will take a big advantage, as he is our winningest driver in the Antwolf Super Speedway League with 3 races already. And this will be race number 4 if he can get to the line first here. Millwright in 4th position with Lynch on his bumper is going to be the guy to make a run here. You got, looks like Callie Blunt's back there. He's going to try to make a run on a run. So if all goes well, this could be 3 wide. Millwright decides to stay. That is going to kill everything. That's going to even kill Callie Blunt's run. Lynch, gentleman thing to do. He actually opens the door for that run. Here we go to the line, side by side. Not going to be enough for Callie Blunt's, but a good effort, as I think he's going to end up finishing 3rd. We'll have to wait here. He might have got 2nd, but I think he got 3rd. He did. He ended up 3rd. It will be Wi-Fi in 1st, Kenrod in 2nd, Callie Blunt's all the way up to 3rd, Ty Scott in 4th, Millwright in 5th, Huckleberry 6th, Bull Hurley 7th, Yonkers 8th, and Jay Lynch 9th. Good run. So in the booth here tonight, we're going to have Wi-Fi and Jay Lynch. They will join us in the booth here in a second. I need to jump back into this lobby. I need to jump back in the lobby and get my picture for points. All right, there we go. Let me invite these two drivers to the booth tonight. All right,
Hello.
we got Jay Lynch has joined us today. He was our
Back again.
winner again at Daytona.
Yes, sir.
Good job, Jay Lynch. And then I also got Wi-Fi. Should be coming in. Let me scroll over to Lynch's
Yeah, he's
car.
coming over.
Do you always drive a Toyota? Or is this your first year in a Toyota?
No, I normally always drive a Toyota.
All right.
It depends. I'll switch up to a Ford every now and then.
All right. Well, we'll start the interview right now. Lynch, our winner at Daytona, our points leader coming in to this week, and it looks like you will retain the points lead. Additionally, with that win, that bumps you up to 3 wins, putting you second overall in most wins. Congratulations today. How did you do it at Daytona? What was the race-winning move there?
I mean, probably the race winning move, I gotta be honest with you, was Kenrod timing out. So that kind of gave me that first spot. Wi-Fi did a good job of pushing me. He was pushing me the whole time, and I got a little curious about people talking about runs, so I kind of got up, and then I kind of cut his nose off a little bit, and that caused him to lose some positions. But yeah, he pushed me the whole way to that one, and then and I took it home. And for a minute there, I was the tied for the most wins in the league.
Yes, you were, yeah. Except for Wi-Fi winning the next race. That put him back in the lead, but good job tonight in that. It did look like were you playing more on that last lap with the mirror than you were out the windshield?
I was getting caught up of listening to everybody else talking about making runs, and I think that we kind of fought them off for a couple of laps, and as you get closer to the end, you start to hear more and more and get in your mind, and I find a bad spot, which it ultimately did in the end, anyways. But sometimes you got to be courteous to the guys behind you.
Yeah, it was another good race, good win for you. Most importantly, you keep the points lead, and you move to number 2 with the most wins ever in the Antwolf series. Congratulations, you're looking hot this year. What are you going to do to make sure you keep this momentum going into next week?
I'm just gonna keep it composed. 2 weeks in a row, and it's a good start. And doing everything once. Talladega wasn't so hot. Didn't finish every 1 or 2 there. So, one race at a time, I guess.
In Talladega, did look like you tried to make a good move there I don't believe you pitted on that final stage. Unfortunately, I think Wi-Fi did the same thing, so you ended up in the high groove, and we just watched you go to the back there.
Yeah, that happens with my car. It doesn't have the fastest jump off speed, so unfortunately, who's ever behind me kind of gets taken with me.
Well, you looked fast tonight. You did good. You retained the lead, and hopefully you'll be up here in the booth a few more times this season.
We're trying.
Good job. All right, now we'll move on to Wi-Fi in the number 2 Ford Mustang. Let's get you loaded up here. There you go. Wi-Fi, you got a copy?
Sure do.
All right, man. You did good today. You also did good, it looks like, in points. But most importantly, just when Lynch catches you for the most wins, you said, not so fast, buddy. And you got the most wins now with 4 wins in the Antwolf Super Speedway Series. But for that race there, how did you do it? What was the Was it strategy? What was it that got you to win there at Talladega?
Yeah, pit strategy. I stayed out after second stage to keep the lead. Had some people, Ken Rod and Ty Scott and Millwright. They was committed back there behind me, and we got it done.
Yeah, it did. It did look like you had a good group of guys behind you, but out of nowhere came Callie Blunts. Were you nervous there on that final straightaway, or did you just know you had the power?
Yeah, no. When I seen him pop out, I only seen one car pop out, so at that point I knew that we had it.
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't know if he pulled off of their bump, pulled away from them, getting a run, but yeah,
Well, it
yep.
looked like there was a little bit of confusion right before. It was a run on a run that they had going, and the first run kind of killed out, and it was Lynch and somebody else. And I seen Lynch realize that their run had been killed out, so he let Callie have the middle there, but it just wasn't enough. It just wasn't enough to beat your car. Your car was fast all day long for sure.
Yeah, some guys they'll look behind them with their directional pad but I can't do that. So I just see what's in my mirror.
Yep. So you played that mirror. That's good. Well, look, I think we're going to see you up in this booth a few more times. You definitely did good in the points too. Unofficially, let me see here. Unofficially, you will probably move up. You were already third. So I think it's going to unofficially, you and Lynch will probably be first and second in points. So it's kind of cool. You guys both got the wins tonight, both up here in the booth. And hopefully we see you
Yeah,
in the
and
future.
props to everybody that raced tonight. It was good, clean, hard racing, and everybody ran good and respectful, and it was a good race. It was good races.
Well, heck yeah, man. It was definitely a good race to watch. And good job. Congratulations on the win once again. And we will see you next week. We'll be doing the same thing, Daytona and Talladega.
Thanks, real.
Yep. All right, fellas. Broadcast is